Hey, bro, we're already trending up. Might as well make it 5 in a row. Huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about another West Coast, Atlantic Coast Conference team. Please, somebody make that make sense to me. Visiting Chapel Hill to take on our North Carolina Tar Heels Saturday, January 18th at 2:15 on the CW Network. Now, you already know I got to start things off by showing some love to my Huddle Hooligans. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for all that you do. Live reaction and watch party Saturday, January 18th at 2:15 so that we can see if our Heels can make it 5 straight and continue this welcome packet, if you will, for the West Coast teams to the Atlantic Coast Conference. And without further ado, man, we'll start things off by taking a look at the updated ACC rankings. And as we can see, Carolina's tied with Wake Forest at 5-1 in the conference, a game and a half back of the Puke Blue Devils, and Stanford is knotted up at 3-3 with Pitt, Florida State, and Virginia Tech. Now, we got a full slate this Saturday of ACC basketball games. Georgia Tech at Florida State, UVA at Louisville, Clemson at Pitt, SMU at Miami, Wake Forest at Virginia Tech, Notre Dame at Syracuse, Cal at LOL State, and number 3 Puke at Boston College. And obviously, that's including our game. Now, the Stanford Cardinal are coming off of an 80-67 loss at Wake Forest, in which they allowed Hunter Salas to score 30 points and walk away from them at the end of the game. They did have a 2-point lead at the half, but it was not enough to overcome that Wake Forest onslaught towards the later stages of the game. The Cardinal are led by head coach Kyle Smith, who is 11-6 in his first year at Stanford University. Now, Stanford's leading scorer and rebounder is the 7'1", 250-pound senior forward Maxime Raynaud, who is averaging 20.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. He's shooting 50.6% from the floor and 35.8% from 3. He can step out and knock them down. Their leading assist man is a 6'2", 205-pound senior guard, Jalen Blakes, who's averaging 5.2 assists and 2.2 turnovers per game. He's also contributing 14.5 points and 3.2 rebounds. Now, Carolina is coming off of a 26-point victory over the Cal Bears, in which Ian Jackson went for 20 points, making that 6 of 7 games where Captain Jack has scored 20 or more. Now, Carolina was able to turn defense and offense a lot in that game, and eventually they ran away from the overmatched Bears. The Heels are led by head coach Hubert Davis, who is 90-37 in his 4th season at the University of North Carolina, which is good for a .709 win percentage. Now, Carolina's leading scorer is a 6', 180-pound guard, RJ Davis, who's averaging 17.2 points per game, 4 boards, and 3.9 assists. He's shooting 38% from the floor and 28% from beyond the arc. Their leading rebounder is the 6'10", 235-pound forward, Jalen Washington, who is averaging 5.2 rebounds along with 6.2 points per game. He's shooting 57.5% from the field. And the Heels' leading assist man is the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore point guard, Elliot Cadeau, who is averaging 5.9 points, contributing 10.3 points per game and 2.9 rebounds. He's shooting 43.5% from the floor and 27.7% from 3. Now, the Stanford Cardinal are averaging 76.5 points per game. They're giving up 71.2 points per game. North Carolina, on the other hand, is averaging 82.9 points per game and giving up 76.1. Now, Carolina is averaging more rebounds and blocks per game. Stanford is averaging more assists and steals. So, now that we've taken a look at the individual and team statistics, let's get into Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory. And key number 1 off the jump is this, man. J-Wash versus Raynaud. This one is going to be a huge assignment for Jalen Washington down low and Vin Allen Lubin when he comes in. Jay Wash has given up 3 inches to Maxime Raynaud, and Vin Allen's given up 5 because he's only 6'8". Not to mention, Maxime can knock down those 3 balls, like I was saying earlier, man, so you really have to step out on him too. He's top 20 in points in the country. He's top 20 in rebounds in the country, so he's obviously the guy that you have got to keep under wraps, man. That is much easier said than done. Big guy who can shoot, and he's also got tremendous length down low on the blocks, man. Carolina's really going to have to find a body and box him out because he's one of those guys that can just reach over the top of you. Key number 2, EC in the paint. And yes, I understand Elliot Cadeau is a point guard, okay? But I want to see Elliot Cadeau continue to get to the rack, man, and get some kickouts or even some cutters involved, okay? Teams rarely have someone that can stay in front of him. I don't think that Stanford has that guy, and EC needs to continue to attack so that he can get those kickouts to Ian. He can get him cutting down the baseline, and we can try to get some easier points in the half-court sets, man. And I really, really, really just need that assist-to-turnover ratio to get above 2-to-1, man. It's bothering me. It's been bothering me for a while. Come on, EC. You can do it, man. And key number 3, got to keep trending upward, baby. Carolina is trying to make this thing 5 straight and are in prime position, if we're being completely honest with ourselves, to stack some W's for their resume. Carolina needs to take advantage of being at the house, and they need to continue to gain confidence as they're going to be tested next week. Can't lose these games with the tougher games in the week, 2 weeks ahead. Let's keep trending upward. Let's put the foot on the gas, and let's properly introduce these boys to Tobacco Road, man. And that's going to take us into the prediction portion of the show. Now, the ESPN matchup indicator gives the North Carolina Tar Heels a 90.2% chance at beating the Cardinals on Saturday, or the Cardinal, no S at the end. And I think this has the possibility of being a very good game, to be completely honest with you, man. UNC is nowhere near a finished product, and I do worry slightly about Raynaud's ability to score and even kind of, just be down there in the paint and maybe alter some shots. However, I like the trajectory of the Heels right now, and that's obviously compared to the competition that they are playing, man. So I'm going to take the Heels at home, 78-73, moving into 5 straight wins, and moving to 6-1 in the Atlantic Coast Conference, man. So I want to know what you think, Tar Heel Nation, down in the comment section about my score prediction and what you think about this game. What are your keys to victory? What do you need to see Carolina do moving into that tougher stretch? And you let me know about it down in the comment section. If you haven't already, do me a favor, baby. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're a Tar Heel. And you already know, it is a great day to be a Tar Heel. We'll catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation.